Here now with more, Alabama Senator Katie Britt. Senator Britt, what are you hearing even from Democratic colleagues across the aisle in these briefings and in everyday conversation? I mean, don't they have some grudging respect for what President Trump has done here?
They have to. Look, this week, President Trump showed the world that under his leadership, America is back. It feels good to be an American and have a leader and a commander-in-chief who is in control and in command. When you're looking at what President Trump has accomplished this week, he has ensured that American capability, our deterrence, is on full display. He has shown America First policies at practice with what he's achieved. It has truly been remarkable. Not only has President Trump been just amazing and defied all odds. You look at what his cabinet has achieved, you look at these men and women in uniform, their flawless execution. There was a vision, a plan, and a will to execute. And what we saw take place over this last week has to make every single American, regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, stand up a little bit taller and have that pride in what we're capable of, and knowing that America, because of President Trump, is back in a rightful place on the world stage.
So, Senator Britt, because of President Trump's leadership and his command, literally, we've obliterated the Iran nuclear program, but then it was followed by a ceasefire between Iran and Israel. And now even today, unbelievable, and even today, the president, in answer of a reporter's question, said we're working on Gaza as well. So speaking of people who should take notice, do you think this has an impact on other strong men like Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping when they're looking at in Ukraine or Taiwan? Tell us about that, Senator Britt.
Oh, without a doubt. You know that Xi Jinping, you know that Vladimir Putin were watching and watching what President Trump achieved. I mean, you think about this 36-hour mission that was executed with precision and flawlessness. You think about the damage that ensued. You think about then President Trump bringing Israel and Iran, two parties that no one thought they would see in their lifetime at the same table, quickly to the same table, bringing a ceasefire and working on a pathway forward. You have to know that Putin and Xi Jinping are looking there and shaking their head and thinking, America is back. Donald Trump means what he says. Donald Trump will not let anyone take advantage of him or the American people, and we all should take notice. I think that you will see a change in behavior across the board. I think you're already seeing those undertows, as you even just remarked. I mean, you talk about also what he's achieved this week. You mentioned it in your opening, but with the Congo and Rwanda, when you're looking at what he did achieve with Pakistan and India. People know that President Trump is here to create a peaceful environment and to make sure that America is in the strongest position possible. I mean, not only do they have to be taking note, but Kellyanne, we saw that other countries are taking note at NATO. We finally are seeing Europe step up to the plate in the way that they should, but never would, but are, because President Trump has laid down a marker and said, let's all get on board. It's time to do something different. It's time for you to pay your fair share, and look at what's happening. We're seeing an absolute change in the landscape and the dynamic, and no one else could have achieved this. You know, when people underestimate President Trump, they always end up on the wrong end of that, because he is able to achieve what no one else can. And I am looking forward to what next week has to bring, because this week was surely something remarkable.
I feel like we say it all the time, but it could have been the best week of his presidency so far. We've said that before. Senator Britt, it's so great to have you here tonight, but I wanted to ask you quickly about the big, beautiful bill. There seems to be some hand-wringing. Is the July 4th deadline necessary? Is it artificial? What is the prospect that this will actually pass? Will it be? How do you feel about it? And will conservatives feel like it achieved many of the Trump priorities?
Oh, it absolutely is going to achieve many and all of Trump's priorities that he's putting out there. And look, we are just getting started. President Trump laid out a vision for the American people. And on November 5th, the American people said, this is what we want, get to work and execute. We have been working tirelessly. I think today we finished our 51st meeting on the big, beautiful bill, talking about different perspectives, trying to make sure that it's the very best product for the American people. We're going to ensure that we secure our border, that that's not just for now, but we're doing doing that for generations to come. We're going to make sure that the defense capabilities are of the utmost importance and that our warfighter is the best trained, equipped, and ready across the planet. I think we have seen over the last several weeks, and this week in particular, how important that is. We're going to unleash American energy, Kellyanne. We know it's important not only for our economy, but it's also important for national security. And then when you look at the tax breaks that we're going to have for everyday, hard-working Americans, President Trump has ensured, whether it's no tax on tips or no tax on overtime, that we are putting the American people first. We're giving them more of their hard-earned money right back in their pocket, and we're going to make significant strides. This is a generational change, and it's exciting to get to be a part of it.
The way you describe it, it's a shame that a single Democratic colleague of yours in the United States Senate has come forth to support this. Senator Britt, thank you very much.